The new Michael Jackson movie proves that audiences and critics do not think alike, and honestly, I don't think they ever did, nor will they ever will. What's rockin' about rock and rollers? Today we're going to be discussing the recently released Michael Jackson movie, which I just saw today, and this is not going to be so much a review of the movie. This is more going to be about the, reaction or reception to it that has come out since it's been released. Which my first thoughts is, like I said, I just got back like an hour ago from seeing it. My quick thoughts is I liked it. I really did like it. I'm not the biggest Michael Jackson fan. I'm not like, oh, I can't name every single one of his songs or every little fact about his life. I was just a casual fan. I like a lot of his songs. So when I was going into it, I just wanted to be entertained, and I was. I thought it was funny. It was just a fun, feel-good biopic, music movie. It was really good, and I highly recommend you go see it, especially if you're a fan of Michael Jackson. So that's one regard why I wanted to see it. That was, I was a casual fan of Michael Jackson. The other one was the reaction between the audience and critics, since it was like the reviews came out, which if I pull it up here, this is the recent, it could change, but this was the recent screenshot I grabbed. So currently right now on Rotten Tomatoes, it's sitting at 38%, critic score and set in a 97% audience score. So the critic score is 38% based off of 235 reviews, and the audience score, which is 97%, is based off of 10,000 verified ratings. And much like a lot of movies, that's a big disparity, which it happens. Like, okay, the idea that critics and audiences disagree in a movie is nothing new. I can't name every example. We just go and look. There are tons and tons of examples about this. But what got me was I thought going into it, it's Michael Jackson, one of the biggest celebrities that's ever walked this earth, or biggest people ever. I thought it was going to be universally loved myself. Maybe that was just, the innocent me wondering, but I honestly thought everyone was going to like it. I mean, maybe some people, I don't like this, their cinematography was off, whatever, but I thought for the most part people would agree, but looking at this, apparently not. So for the next part of this video, let's just go through and look at some of these bad takes and what people are saying. So this guy, the top one, the film's corny sentimentality and rosy, risky-averse perspective are merely a vehicle for selling a visual equivalent of a greatest hits album. I kind of see that. Spectacle sells better than honesty. We know what he was talking about. Which is a theme you'll see in some of these where they're mad. The critics are mad at the movie for not addressing, the second half of Michael's life, which we all know the controversies, the PDF, files and computer. I can't say it on YouTube, but we all know. Which I don't want to judge the movie too harshly here because this is a light spoiler. The movie ends with the words on the screen, his story continues. So could that mean there's a second movie coming? I did remember hearing that the movie was split into two parts, or it was going to be two parts, or they were thinking about a second one. If this one does well, which based off the box office this past weekend, that's probably going to happen. So it looks like a lot of these critics are mad at the movie for what it's not, which is very interesting. That's not really a critic thing to do, in my opinion. Again, I'm no film critic, but shouldn't you? Isn't the whole point you judge a movie based off what it is, not what it isn't? Isn't that the whole point? I could be wrong, but okay. So one at the bottom here. There's a satisfying narrative in here for fans who wish to compartmentalize their feelings about Michael Jackson's complicated legacy. Somewhere in the lousy, cliched storytelling, which, to be fair, is no worse than Bohemian Rhapsody. I did not see that, so I cannot comment on that. Again, they're mad about his complicated legacy, aka the second part of his life. So that's whatever. Michael is a very bad movie with very good music that Anton Fuqua deploys to disguise the fact that Michael is a very bad movie. Okay, it's a bad movie, we get it. Unfortunately, Michael is a botched job after Fuqua does interesting work sowing seeds of folly amid the star's glorious rise. The movie gives up and turns to total sanctification. Again, they're mad that it's not what it is. They had a movie, let's just finish this. So, failing the honesty test, Michael fails the portrait of the artist test as well. If the average pop biopic is like a guilty trip to the gift shop, this is one. Wait, This one is a visit to the Parthenon with, I think I say it, Parthenon? With a 30-foot gold statue of Michael at one end. Okay, so you get the idea, which is what I was about to just say, and that is people are mad at the movie for something it's not. I don't know the plan behind the scenes. I know Michael's family, like, they gave the blessing for the movie. I mean, his own real-life nephew plays him. I don't know what a bigger blessing than that is. But, now, I don't know the whole story behind, like, plot-wise. If this was meant to be one giant long, 3-4 hour movie or 2 parts, I don't know. This first movie was just, like, the first half. It started with the Jackson 5, then his solo, his turn into solo, I should say. And then it ends with, like, the New England Bad, performance tour. And then it says, because his story continues. So it seems like the way they were setting it up narratively, that there was a second part coming, like the rise and fall. We didn't really see, because every biopic, music biopic, should say, has the rise and fall. You see the rise of the artist and the fall. This one, I mean, there was a stumble, which feels, I don't know if I should spoil it, but hell, I mean, it's history. Where, like, his hair caught on fire, which then led him addicted to painkillers, which eventually led to the downfall. So that, I guess you can say that was a fall. I mean, it was a fall in his life, but this one event, as portrayed in the movie, just kind of seemed like a stumble. Like, oh, he stumbled, like, oh, okay, he got back up, okay. Not really a crash and burn fallout, which, based on what, like I said, narratively, it seems like they're saving that for the second movie, which I hope they do. I would like to see, the complete story of Michael Jackson, which, granted, that might not happen just because there's a lot to cover. And I'm surprised. One critique I do have of this movie is they crammed a lot into this first half. But the little I know about Michael Jackson, reading up, they did kind of rush through. So that's something that to think about. The idea that it rushes through the first half, that can vary depending on, how big of a Michael fan you are. Some might like it, some might, dislike it. I thought it felt a bit of a rush, but I kind of understand why they did it, because, like I said, there's just so much material. As for box office, looking here, because I think last time I read was if this movie did well, they would discuss the potential of a sequel. Which it looks like, it's only been out for this past weekend, and so far it's made a total of $218 million worldwide, which I read is also the biggest opening for a biopic. So yes, it's gonna make a movie. It's gonna be a second movie. And again, like the title of this video says, I can't get over the fact that the huge disparity for this movie between the audience and critics. I mean, we've all known that they've been, I guess, divided for a while. I mean, you've always seen, critics love this movie, audiences hate it, vice versa. It's happened before, but you would think something like Michael Jackson, a unifying figure in terms of music, brought people together, would be the outlier. He'd be the one that, shine above the stars and prove everybody wrong. But no, it goes to show that these critics are just out of touch wackos. I mean, they're so angry, and this is Rotten Tomatoes. If you go on Twitter or just Google Michael 2026 movie reviews, you'll see they're mad that they left out the controversy, which I don't know if the critics didn't know there was a part 2, or they wanted it included in this one and thought this movie was the complete package. I don't know. It's just funny. But yeah, guys, that's just the end of this video. Just a quick little video. I wanted to discuss this. More importantly, though, what are your thoughts? Have you seen Michael? If you have seen it, did you like it? Did you hate it? What are your thoughts? Comment below and let me know. And please like and subscribe this video and stay tuned for more.